a common question that we have generally when we are designing an exam and we have somebody that is in the accessibility service is that there will be all your students can have maybe an hour for an exam, and the person that is the other student can be have double time or can have a different time. So how to solve that problem to only change to that student the test, the time, the and I'm going to show you in this video how to do it, and the key is to duplicate the test and to restrict it to only that student. Yeah. So let me show you how to do it. First, I have to tell you that, for example, in an assignment, this is very easy to do. So here, for example, the students have to just write something and in class activity. And if I want to modify it only for one assignment, it's very easy. For example, here, let me go here. You go to edit. And if I want to modify it only for one student, I just have to click here and I can grant an extension and I can say, okay, he can hand it in 1 hour later or 2 hours later or 2 days later and just save changes, and I can only change it for that student. Okay, so for small assignments is pretty easy. However, for tests is a little bit more difficult. So when you have a when you have to change the amount of time for an assignment, I imagine that there could be multiple ways to do it. One way to do it is just to duplicate the test. And how you do it? Super easy. So first of all, I will ask you to go to edit. Yeah. So you go here and you have to hide the test. Yeah. Here, everybody can see the test. You put show. Yeah. If you put show, everybody can see the test. If you put hide, nobody can see the test. Okay. So pretty easy. If you don't see these edit things, yeah, imagine that you don't see them. You have to go to the top of Moodle and say turn off. And look, now you cannot see the edit. If you want to see it again, you have to click here, and now all the edits are there. I generally, to move between tests, the topics, I go to the left. That is easy to move. So then I go here March 21 again, and now I'm going to show you what we have to do. So again, so here we have a test 2. We already hid it. It's already hidden from students. So then the next thing that you have to do is to duplicate the test. And this, if you click there, it can take you between 1 or 5 minutes, depending on how long is your test. I already did it here. Look, so I already duplicate. Here is the same version, but for example, for a student that is a week later, that they couldn't come that week, and here you have now two versions of the same test. Okay, so now the question is, what is the next step? And to just modify to restrict it for one group of students, and that is done in a very easy way. So what you have to do is, again, go to the top, and here, if you go to the top of here, close to the title of your course, here you go here to the menu, and you go to users. And when you go to users, then you go to groups. And when you go to groups, for example, you can create a group so the students can see only those students can see that test. For example, imagine that you have a test for students, and you can create a group called accessibility students. How you do it? You say create a group, you click there, and you can write there uh, accessibility students, blah blah blah, and you can save those changes and the group will appear. I already did it, so I'm going to go back. And and here, for example, I have a student that will present a poster, some students that are in one group, and if I want to add students to that group, so it's pretty easy. You just have to go to members here, and you just have to add some members to your group. So look, I go to I click on this one on the accessibility students, and now I'm going to add and remove. And here I will have the list of all the students, and you can add the one that is the one that you need. So you can write, for example, imagine that is Nicholas Malagon, and you can look if there is somebody called Nicholas Malagon, and you can add it to the group of students. So now it's there, yeah. And here Nicholas Malagon is going to take the test at a different time, for example, yeah. And if you want to remove the student, you made a mistake, you can remove it, or again, or you can add it. So pretty easy. Um, when you're done, you can just say back to groups. Okay, so look, now there's one person in that test. So now you go back again to the test. That is test 2 here. Okay, let's go to test 2, to my test, and then I will have one test for students that will be in the normal schedule, and another test for students that will only that belong to the accessibility group. So how to do that? So pretty easy. So you go here, double click in test. Here you open this again, and now you go to edit settings. And when you go to edit settings, you can go here for timing. You can modify the time for the new group if you want to give them, for example, oh no, they need 15 minutes more. So you give them 15 minutes more. You can modify the time and say, instead of, I don't know, suppose that we're going to be super generous, and this student will get 3 hours. Yeah, and then after you're done with that, you go here for restrict access, and now only allow students that belong to the group of accessibility students. And now you save it, and that's all. That's all. The students now, there will be two group of students taking the test. So now there will be, if I show this during the test time, yeah, that group of students, that test, if you see here, it will be restricted to the accessibility students, while the other one, and I open it for everybody, it will be available for, okay, where it is? Here it is. Here it is. Show. And that later it will be open for all the students. Okay, now here, the one from accessibility and the other one. Okay, and so in that way, only that student that belong to this group will take that test, while the other class will be able to take the other one. The other students will not see this test, only the student that can do it. Okay, so again, various steps. Go to the top and turn on editing, then go to your test that you want to change. Go here, edit, hide it so students cannot see, duplicate it, super easy, take 1 to 5 minutes, and then go again to the top of Moodle, look for this, and here you can go to users, create a group, and you create a group here, and then you can click in the group that you want to add students, and you can add or remove students from a list that it will be here. Okay, and you can even type it. Okay, and then as you remember, later, just to finish, you have to go to the test, and as I show in the video, go and edit the test and change the time, and change here, change the time, here click, change the time as I change it here, and also you can also have a restrict access for that, only is for the students that will need more time. Okay, I hope that this video was clear. If you have any doubt, let me know and I can help you.